unobtainable defilement.
It's 6 o'clock.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Good morning, it's Friday, August 30th, 2024. Peace is a part to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. On the news this morning, winner emerges in first edition of Nigeria Info FM's national debate. NLC calls off March as NLC president returns from police summon. Federal government gives traders ultimatum to reduce prices. On the foreign scene, U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris defends White House record in high-stakes first interview. Details of these and more after this break. You're welcome back. I'm Ifechi Kumoilu with the news. Now, we begin the news this Friday morning with the winner of the first edition of Nigeria Info FM's first national I Beg to Differ tournament of champions, Mary Uke Ashia, who says she's excited to have come this far in this debate. Now, she said aside from emerging winner, the debate afforded her the opportunity to meet and interact with brilliant young minds like herself. Mary also shared some of her plans for the future.
As one should. The circle started last year in December, and now getting to this moment, it's like, okay, the circle is completed. The chance to exchange ideas with young, brilliant minds like Demilade, Adeyo, as I've stated, and Claire, David, all these people, and this is like the end of that. But it doesn't really feel like the end. It feels like the start of something new. I want to be more, like now, a 3-scale job, economist, financial analyst, and auditor, something more robust.
On the spot, General Manager Wazobia Info FM Femi Obong Daniels says Nigeria Info is committed to making the debate bigger. He urged the listeners to watch out for the next session.
We cannot go back. We owe it to Nigeria. We owe it to Nigerians. We owe it to these kids to soldier on and make it bigger, even bigger. So watch out for what will come and the next season. Let me be the first to tell you that in the coming season, we will be going to the government and telling them to honor their representatives. Let them put their mouth where their money is.
Now moving on, the chairman of the Nigeria Labour Congress in Rivers State, Alex Agbawa, says the union will not continue its march because the national president, Joe Ajaero, was not detained by the police in Abuja. Mr. Agbawa spoke to correspondent Obioroware shortly after the union protested to the state police headquarters along Moscow Road and the government house.
We want to thank you for receiving us. We want to thank the IG, the city Rivers State, for also welcoming us and also allowing us to live. For all detaining us. We want to thank for all detaining our Joe. We will go back. As he has gone back, we are going back. We are sharing the grace here. We are going. He should not come and arrest him again. So one thing for sure, let us drop the message.
Mr. Gwanwo said the union leaders would have presented themselves for debate if the national president had been held by the police.
the purpose of this procession. While we came here, we want to be detained if Ajura is detained. And if we are detained by tomorrow, we are going to withdraw all our members for every sector.
Nationwide.
All workers in River State, Nigeria, we will throw all their services. If there was any detention regards to this, we will thank God for your understanding. We will go back and we'll go back to our work.
Meanwhile, NLC President Joe Ajaero says the union will not be intimidated by external pressures. Mr. Ajaero spoke at the Labour House in Abuja shortly after he honored the invitation of the police over terrorism and other allegations against him. Mr. Ajaero said the allegation is baseless.
The Labour movement is worth dying for because of the patriotism and commitment. Labour movement is one of the biggest pan-Nigerian organizations. Our patriotism from the days of colonial government to even the period of the military is unshakable. We are more patriotic than any other institution you can think of in this country, and we are going to continue to do that. We have gone there and we are back. I just want to confirm to you that as a citizen, I've gone there and we are back here.
Now, away from that, as part of measures to curb illegal oil bunkering activities in Odagwa and Akwa communities in Eche local government area, the Onyinshiagoro Olakwa clan, Eze Godwin Ugu, has appealed to government at all levels to engage youth in the area with meaningful ventures. Speaking at the end of a one-day anti-bunkering campaign, Eze Ugu expressed gratitude to the people for turning out in their numbers to receive the Olakwa Council of Traditional Rulers and Chiefs.
They turn in a good number to listen to me telling them the message from the River State Governor, Fobara. Today, I'm sure if the government come in the aid of these people, the number of youths engaging themselves in that illegal bunkering will stop. The chiefs of Odogwa and the Akwa, they are trying, they are doing the campaign. A lot of turn up immediately we arrive. We need government to assist Odogwa and the Akwa people, where the youths will engage themselves properly.
On the spot, the president of Odagwa Youth, Emmanuel Amadi, promised to work with relevant stakeholders to fight oil theft.
As a leadership, we wish to pledge our sincere collaboration with the council and the security agencies to stamp out all illegal oil bunkering activities in Odogwa, such as have started already because we have already started. It's a work in progress and a lot of measures have been put in place. I want to assure you, from today henceforward, anytime that there is any engagement for this cause, count us in to ensure that Odogwa is free from all illicit activities as oil bunkering and all that, for the betterment of Odogwa, the betterment of Eche at large. Mochekao.
Now, the council secretary, Eze Lovedale Kere, also spoke alongside the paramount ruler of Ochimba of Odagwa 1, Eze Samuel Odum.
We hereby call on strangers, visitors who came around to incite our youth to henceforth keep off from these communities because our youth have sworn not to be engaged on illegal oil bunkering henceforth.
We are here assuring you that anything illegal oil bunkering has been stopped. I'm saying on behalf of the Odogwa Council of Traditional Rulers and Chiefs, on behalf of the youth and the entire people of Odogwa, and we are happy to be with our Onyinshiagoro and his council.
Now, elsewhere, following the launch of the 4 billion naira soft loan scheme by Governor Siminalayi Fubara, the managing director of the River State Microfinance Agency, RIMA, Jonathan Tobin, says about 1 billion naira has so far been disbursed in 4 tranches to beneficiaries. Mr. Thompson made this known to newsmen in Port Harcourt on Thursday. He said the loan scheme has addressed the financial burden of small businesses in the state.
The burden of borrowing from many financial institutions is the interest element. Once the interest element is minimal, I think it's no longer a burden. Those of them who already have payment challenge, they come back to us to say, can you extend the repayment? You cannot pay within this 6 months, the way market is going. So it is neither here or there. Some are doing well, they are ready to pay down. Some have paid down, while some are struggling with the tenor. So what we do is to extend the tenor for them.
Now, the RIMA boss said the agency has charged to closely monitor beneficiaries and ensure full recovery of the loans. Commending the state government for initiating the soft loan scheme, Mr. Tobin said the sustainability of the program is dependent on the repayment of the loans by beneficiaries.
So many of our people have not dared themselves to take loan from financial institutions. They don't have C of O for their legal properties. So, and the governor had committed himself to signing CFO. So, when the bank asks people to produce CFO of their landed property, of their building property, they get frustrated. But we are working around it and we're encouraging them to go to land to make sure they meet those requirements.
In another development, the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission (FCCPC) has given traders and market stakeholders 1 month to lower their prices. FCCPC Executive Vice Chairman Tunji Bello announced this at a meeting in Abuja on Thursday. He added that the Commission will start enforcing rules on pricing after 1 month period. Still to come, federal government issues no work, no pay policy to striking doctors. Stay with us. For his achievement as he marks his 1 year in office. In a communique, the Director General Wikematic Women Uche Ken Nduku commended the changes in the FCT as a testament to the minister's dedication and service to humanity.
On behalf of the Wikematic women, it is my pleasure to congratulate our leader, the FCT Minister, Chief Barrister E.N. Wike, over his 1 year tremendous achievement. Sir, your 1 year anniversary as the Minister of FCT has transformed Abuja and wore it a good look. Even the blind can say, and they are saying Wike the work. From the day of your appointment to date, Abuja Territory has been witnessing road construction and massive infrastructural development, and this has bagged you numerous awards. My prayers for you is to God to continue to guide you and protect you.
Also speaking, the Deputy Director General Chinyere Abara, the Provost Eunice Alamo, the Welfare Officer Maureen Owobahari, and the Auditor General Daughter Prince Will Kobara extended their congratulations to the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike and affirmed their support.
On behalf of the great Wikematic women of Rivers State, we congratulate our leader and mentor, Chief Barrister E.N. Wike, for his 1 year in office. We are also proud of him for changing the narratives in FCT with all the numerous developmental achievements recorded so far.
Indeed, it calls for joy and celebration as you gradually and gracefully advance quality leadership and good governance as the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. We find your 1 year in office as a good opportunity to appreciate you and express our unwavering support.
We pray that God will give him more wisdom to pilot the affairs of this wonderful office.
I pray the good Lord will continue to uplift and protect him.
Moving on, the coordinator of the Simplified Movement Ward 8 in Rumebe Emwaha, Imo Zeroma, is calling on Smart Opera to run for the chairmanship position in the October 5th local government election. In an interview with our correspondent, Mr. Imo, who is also the PDP chairman in the area, said the Simplified Movement Ward 8 will support Mr. Opara with 2 million naira for his campaign and assured him of their full backing for the election.
The resolution from today's meeting are one, that the Simplified Movement of Rumekpe and the entire Rumekpe has resolved that come rain, come sun, we will support our son, Honorable Smart Okpara. 2, that the Simplified Movement of Rumekpe and the entire Rumekpe people have unanimously agreed that we will ask our son, Smart Okpara, to avail himself to come and run for chairmanship of Emowa local government. And then, Rumekpe, Simplified Movement and the entire Rumekpe kingdom have resolved that because of this race, we have raised the sum of 2 million naira to support our son. That is our resolution.
The immediate past councillor representing Rumekpe Ward 8 in Emoha, Bright Green, also spoke on this.
We, the Rumekpe, unanimously agreeing that our brother, Honorable Smart Okpara, want to beg him to come out for the race of Emoha local government chairman. So we are from Rumekpe, this is his own village, his ward. We want to endorse him. Because as it is, in the history of Emoha local government, Rumekpe has never been elected chairman.
The youth leader of the PDP Simplified Movement Ward 8, Stanley Nwizigwe, along with the women leader, also voiced their support for Mr. Smart Opara.
On behalf of my women, I am standing to support our leader being Smart Okpara should come out for chairman Emowa local government. Women, is it not what people say? Yes. That very day, women will come in mass and support our beloved brother Smart Okpara.
We are not only telling our brother to come out and contest, but we are also begging the executive governor of Rivers State to please help Rumekpe this time around. All other our brothers in the LGA have benefited in one way or the other. Rumekpe has not gotten even a common caretaker or an appointee from the LGA level, talk of states. So this time around, the governor, as a peaceful governor, should give us this chance for our brother to come out and run for the chairmanship of Emoha local government. For him to use his wealth of experience that he has been using to develop Rumekpe community.
Our correspondent reports that Emoha currently faces issues such as poor road conditions and a lack of electrical infrastructure. Away from that, the Kalabari Committee of Friends is congratulating her chairman, Iseleye Makri, on his appointment by Governor Fubara as a member of the Rivers State Bureau of Public Procurement. A statement by the Director of Media, Gabriel Princewell, lauded the governor for the appointment, adding that Mr. Makri would bring his wealth of experience to bear in the discharge of his responsibilities. The statement, however, wished the governor a successful first term in office characterized by more dividends of democracy. Now, elsewhere, the University of Port Harcourt Teaching Hospital UPTH says no inpatients have been discharged due to the ongoing nationwide warning strike by resident doctors. The strike is in response to the kidnapping of Ganiat Bobola, a registrar in the Department of Ophthalmology at the National Eye Center, Kaduna. Dr. Bobola has remained in captivity after she was kidnapped nearly 8 months ago, along with her husband and nephew, who were later released. Speaking with correspondent Martha Okere, the Chairman Medical Advisory Committee UPTH, Datoye Alasia, said the response protocol has been activated and other health workers are in place to care for patients.
Whenever there's such a disruption, we automatically implement it. So for now, we have just one group, which are the residents of away, so the medical consultant staff are around. Other cadres of healthcare workers are also around. So services are still running. Services are still running, and I'm sure that because it's a temporary strike action, but of course, there are protocols that are in place to ensure that services are still running. There's no policy to discharge patients. No decisions are decisions that will be made by individual consultants, maybe in consultation with the residents, looking at the situation of the patients, those who can continue their care from home and all of that. But there is no also policy that patients to be discharged.
Meanwhile, the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare says it is disappointed over the decision by the Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors, NARD, to embark on the 7-day warning strike, despite pleas by the federal government to resolve its concerns and ensure continued industrial harmony. In a statement by the ministry's spokesman, Ado Bako, the federal government evoked the no work, no pay policy for the number of days the strike would be observed in line with extant labor laws. Now, he said the measure is not intended to undermine the legitimate concerns of medical professionals, but to ensure that essential healthcare services are not unduly disrupted. to the detriment of the public. In other news, President Bola Tinubu has approved a 50% electricity subsidy for public hospitals and educational institutions to alleviate their financial burden. Minister of State for Health Tunji Alasa disclosed this while speaking to journalists in Kaduna on Thursday, shortly after inaugurating project at the National Ear Care Center. We go on another short commercial break. Kamala Harris has defended her shift on policy, President Joe Biden, and her time in the White House in her first interview since becoming the Democratic nominee. Now catch details in the world news at 9. On the news this morning, you heard a winner has emerged in the first edition of Nigeria Info FM's national debate. And on the foreign scene, U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris has defended the White House record in a high-stakes first interview. The news was edited by Chioma Ezenwafo. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 7215. I'm Ifechukwu Monyele. Many thanks for listening.